Good morning, YouTube. This is Ken from Just For You Swag Bags and Gifts.com coming to you on March 13th, 2021. Glad to be here with you. It's been a tremendous week. We're seeing that the $1.9 trillion stimulus package has been passed. PPP loans have been increased for small businesses, and there's also a special provision for restaurants to get them funded and so that they can reopen. We've also seen an increase in the number of vaccinations that have taken place across the country. I believe they're reporting now that over 100 million people have been vaccinated, received their initial vaccination, and another 33 million people have had both vaccinations, the first and the second dose. This, again, is wonderful news since this pushes us along the timeline to reopen the country and to get our businesses back up and running so that people can make revenue to employ those who have been out of work, and our economy can start to grow again. I want to talk a little bit today about encouraging Black women and minority-owned business, and that we want to encourage those of you who have sat on the sidelines, have been afraid to start a business. There's no better time than now. Now, it's like everything, going into business is a leap of faith, and it's risk. But the risk that you take can be a calculated risk and reward situations, where the rewards of being independent, having control over your life, building a wealth-based enterprise that you not only can enjoy yourself within your lifetime, but also that you can help to contribute to generational wealth within your family and your community. And I know many of us are hesitant to start businesses, given the economic situation that has been taking place for the last few years, especially for Black, minority, and women-owned businesses. Well, I would term myself as being a serial entrepreneur. I've been in business several times. I've failed at businesses and regrouped and started new businesses. I've had a measure of success in business that have emboldened me to continue to strive for greater success within business and not to give up. And also, I have had to work full-time jobs and at the same time operate a business in order to support myself and to support my family. This is not unheard of, and it should not be something that's looked down upon. If you do have an idea, or if you do have the tenacity to go into business, but you need to continue to work to save money to go into business, or you've started a business and it's not going as well as you would like for it to go at that particular point, and you need to take a job in order to continue to support yourself and to pursue your endeavors, then I would encourage you to do that. Now, some of us are eligible for the PPP loan, some of us are not. It depends on what kind of business that you're in. If you're self-employed and you're filing taxes and you're showing that you have a loss of income as a result of your business being stagnated by the pandemic, then you very well may be eligible for the PPP loan. If you don't have any employees, then you need to really check with your tax advisor or your accountant or your financial person and ask the question, am I eligible to receive this loan? And if you're not, then what other source of funding may be available to me through grants, other small business loans, venture capital, bank loans, or whatsoever to help you to continue to pursue your endeavors. This is uh, a question that must be raised by all of us who may not be eligible for the PPP loan. The PPP loan was basically designed, to my understanding, to support businesses that have had employees or payroll, a monthly payroll, that they can no longer meet because of the pandemic that is taking place. And if you're an employee of your own company, then you may very well be entitled to the PPP loan. The thing about the PPP loan, you have to remember that this is government funding. So whatever you do, don't lie about it, because it can come back to haunt you later in terms of committing fraud or whatsoever, and that can potentially end you up going to jail or paying hefty fines or losing your business and losing your ability to actually make a living once the pandemic is over. So I would encourage you to be upfront as possible, first with yourself, and then with others about what your circumstances is and why you're pursuing or seeking a loan to support your business, whether it be government funding, whether it be through bank funding, whether it be through venture capital, whether it be for your relatives, friends, or whatsoever. You need to be honest about where you're at, where your business is at, the potential for growth and the like. The other thing is that you need to have a solid financial plan. And this is one of the most difficult things during the pandemic, because it's hard to project what revenue is going to be from day to day, given that there's so many people that are out of work and money is tight. People are not able to, in a lot of cases, to make rent or to buy food or to maintain their transportation. They're staying home, tutoring their children, and just trying to live from day to day. So you're not looking at a lot of money swirling around where you can get actually your market share at this particular point. So it may be hard to do projections. But whatever projections that you can do that are fairly realistic and accurate is the projections that you really need, because at least then you have a path that you can pursue in terms of um, getting funding, knowing where you stand financially with your business, and also trying to make the improvements or the adjustments necessary that to sustain your business and to survive during this pandemic. This is, again, especially important for minority, Black-owned, and women-owned businesses, since we're many times denied loans and capital and the like. We may have to find other ways to raise the money that we need. Some of us use our credit cards. Some of us use our personal savings. Some of us use home equity loans. Whatever it is, still the outcome, if you have a plan and you have a market and you have a niche within that market that you can pursue, then you should pursue it. Because again, the rewards can often be greater than the sacrifice that you're making at this particular point. There's no overnight successes. The only place that success comes before hard work is in the dictionary. Other than that, you have to work hard in order to achieve success. And that means getting up every single day, endeavoring yourself, putting all your wholehearted effort into it, listening, learning, and trying to grow your business, making improvements, making adjustments, using the experience of others who have traveled that path in order to be able to make your business what you want it to be. And still, there's no guarantee of success, like I said. So you always are taking a risk, but it could be a calculated risk if you're doing it correctly. If it's not going to be a risk that you can sustain or that you do not have the wherewithal to see through, then maybe you're not cut out to be in business. But if you have the fortitude and you have the stamina and you can build the support system that you need, then you might become a very successful entrepreneur. Now, I would encourage people to read as much as you can about being into business, learn as much as you can about being into business, look at other models of other people who've been successful in business. You don't necessarily have to copy their particular model, you build your own model to do it. My point being is that you don't have to invent the wheel to use it. You can learn how to be a successful business person by observing and talking and listening and reading and taking the time to indulge yourself to build the kind of business that you want. This is what our show is about every day. As a business person, I always want to encourage others to take that leap, because if we don't take that leap, then we cannot see the economic benefits that will not only benefit us personally, but benefit our families and our communities, and as our race as a whole. Uh, we have to learn to produce for ourselves as well. And you can do this in a lot of different ways. I think I talked about 2 weeks ago that if you have a skill or a talent, you can go into business, you can use your talent or skill to barter with others for services or products that you need in order to sustain your business or to help you to build a business. That model still works. Okay, so what you have to do is engage yourself in thinking of many different ways in order to bring about the model and success that you want. If you have talent, that you're a car mechanic, an airplane mechanic, a plumber, a carpenter, or whatsoever, you need to use those skills to build the kind of business that you want. Now, you still may have to, like I said, initially maintain a full-time job or some kind of employment with some other firm or other company that provides you with the resources that you're able to support yourself and take this particular risk. This is not unheard of, and it can be a good way to survive without taking the support system completely away from you. But in the final run, the question becomes, who can serve two masters? If you're going to master yourself and be your own master, can you serve someone else who is a master? And if you decide that you'd rather be your own boss and your own master, then you need to pursue that goal. Okay? You can start off as a carpenter, and as a carpenter, you can start off as a carpenter, uh, trading your services for other goods and services that you may need in order to pursue your career and to build your business as a carpenter, as a home builder. Okay? Um, Say, for instance, you know someone who has a pile of lumber somewhere that can be used to build sheds. Okay? And you know how to build sheds as a carpenter. And they need something done carpentry wise for them. And in exchange, you're going to get this lumber. Okay? Now you exchange your service, you get your lumber. Okay? You know how to build sheds. Sheds is valuable to a lot of people because given that we have so much stuff now in our homes and in our businesses, we may need a shed just for the overflow of the stuff that we have accumulated. Now you can take that lumber and build your model of a shed, and then you can market that shed and start to build your business. And people will buy that shed from you. Okay? This is one way that you get yourself into business. You're a car mechanic, okay? Someone needs their car repaired and the like. They have something that you may need. They may have a set of tires, or they may have any other items that you can use as a mechanic, a set of tools or whatsoever that they're no longer using that you may need in your business. okay, to pursue your business. Then you exchange your service to repair their car or their truck for what in turn that they give you in terms of tools or tires or other things that will help you to build your business and build an inventory for your business that you can later market to someone else and receive payment for either in kind or through cash. Now you're starting to build a business. This is just some of the models that you can use in order to do it. So you don't always have to think that I need to have a lot of money in order to go into business. What you have to have is an idea, and you've got to have some tenacity, okay, or as older people say, some chutzpah, in order to get yourself out there, take the risk, do what is necessary to build your empire. And we're talking about once you go into business and it's successful, you're building your empire. And as long as you're doing the right things, you should be able to maintain your empire and also to make it grow. We're all kings and queens within our own rights, and we're entitled to live like kings and queens. And that means that we're entitled to have the resources, the money, the wherewithal that benefits kings and queens. But this is not given to you. You must work for this. You must create this. And this can come out of your mind and it can be made into a reality. But you have to go and you have to do this yourself. Okay? This is our lesson for today. See you next Saturday again at 11 o'clock a.m. Next Saturday, I'm going to attempt to have with us Attorney Mark Connolly, who is a personal injury attorney, to discuss with us how to protect ourselves if we're in business from personal injury lawsuits, as well as for consumers who may be listening to our program, what to do if you are injured on a business property or receive injury as a result of the negligence of a business or someone else. Okay, so that's going to be next Saturday. I'm going to contact Mark today. We've already discussed this, and now we just need to plan for him to come on. And we will announce this to our Facebook postings so that you know that we are going to have him on at 11 o'clock next Saturday to discuss this. I would encourage you, if you have been injured or if you've been victimized in any way to a personal injury of no fault of your own, that you call in and you chat and then you ask Attorney Connolly for his opinion and get his best advice on how to proceed from that. This is a non-solicitation event, so we're not soliciting for Attorney Connolly to receive client. We're only providing information to the public on circumstances that may lead you to need legal advice in those circumstances. Okay, so again, next Saturday, 11 o'clock a.m., same place, same channel. This is Ken from Just For You Swag Bags and Gifts.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Just For You Swag Bags and Gifts.com, or like us on Facebook at Just For You Swag Bags and Gifts LLC. Okay? See you next Saturday. Thanks again for watching.